Moving on.
Moving on. It's so weird how the other week we reviewed a movie that was like the first movie we reviewed from that director. What was that?
Say what?
The other week we reviewed a movie, and it was like the first time on the show that we got to review a movie from that director.
The
it was
chick?
Like, 2 weeks ago.
You gotta tell me when it's gonna be on
Maybe
the
maybe
quiz.
it was Karen Kusama, yeah. Maybe it was the chick and the girl fight. I don't know.
I didn't know this was gonna be on the midterm.
Anyway, now we're reviewing a Coen Brothers movie. It's our like third Coen Brothers movie
Yeah.
we're reviewing in our show.
Movies.
And we've been doing a show for not even 3 years.
That's because
yet.
they're putting on annual movies, which is amazing.
It's not, but I don't think we've done the show for 3 years, and this is our third of their movies.
That's
Right.
crazy.
So, A Serious Man is,
Slice of life movie.
yeah, I mean, basically what it follows a Jewish father whose sort of life is imploding as he tries to deal with his life imploding, and kind of in the way that Fargo explores that milieu. Really like all their films, but Fargo is filled with those colloquialisms of that place and that time. This is the same way. It's 1967.
A suburb.
And it's the Coen brothers. So from Blood Simple, No Country for Old Men, Burn After Reading, Miller's Crossing.
They jump around thematically, don't
Jeff,
they?
what did you think of A Serious Man?
This, first of all, love the Coen brothers, and I love them for exactly what you said, which is what we've mentioned before as we've reviewed their films, where they are so fascinated and fascinating when they're fascinated with language, and it's fascinating to see them deal with it, how people communicate, how people's regionalities affect how they communicate. Very specific characters. The characters in this film are really spectacular. This is a hard film to love. It is very dark and very depressing, but also very profound in its own way, and it has some really interesting things to say. It's not a film that I walked away from and said I loved, but I loved the fact that I saw it. It's a film that stayed with me a great deal over the last week since we saw it. I've thought about things. It has a lot to say, and it is so much about the big questions of life, which are so interesting to see art deal with, and specifically these filmmakers deal with, because they seem like such interesting, ponderous guys. It's very dark, as I said, very depressing, not the feel-good hit of the summer. And if you thought No Country for Old Men was enigmatic, this film is far more so, and probably not a film a lot of people who watch this show will enjoy, but I love the fact that I saw it.
Yeah.
But plenty of comic moments.
Yes, plenty of comic moments,
Sure.
but...
Did they do Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, this movie. I actually actively disliked this movie pretty good. You get that great Coen brother-ness, because I also am a huge fan of the Coen brothers. You get that great, characters are so defined, like specific and perfect for that time, and the shots are really very, there's a lot of beautiful shots that don't need to be in the movie, that are, it's such a great Coen brothers thing, and it really tries to bring that sort of slice of life. For me, and there are really, honestly, laugh out loud moments. I really enjoyed the comedy stuff, but for me, the story just really fell flat for me. It ends horribly abruptly, and obviously that was done for a reason. Me personally, it wasn't one of those like, oh my God, I just got hit by something. It was like what? Okay, I guess I'm gonna go get dinner. What? And unlike you, it didn't stick with me at all. I haven't thought twice about it since I left, except to go, boy, I would not tell anybody to go see that movie. I don't think. It was one of those movies that was just like, look at all this bad stuff happening. Wasn't that fun? And not in a way that I thought was sort of new or unique. So for me, it was just like, ooh.
Well, Dan, as our resident Jew, I think this film, I think you kind of glossed over how Jewish this movie is. It's really about the Jewish experience.
It is.
In a lot of ways.
It very much is. Thematically, everything is... There's the cliche of the neurotic Jew who's worrying about everything, and this
for
movie,
whom life is hard and gets harder. It's like life sucks and then you die.
Right, and And there's also, even in the religion, there's this big deal with questioning. We question everything and question. And this movie is about questioning without answers.
Did you connect with it?
Right. I definitely connected in a deep way to that stuff. You know, that I feel that any Jewish dude who goes to this movie is like, oh my God, like, yes, the training to have to sing for your bar mitzvah and all that stuff. It's like, oh, I never see that stuff in the movie. You know, it's great to see that. And the first half of this movie, I really enjoyed. I was like, oh, amen. I said, Baruch atah Adonai. I'm with you. You know, it was awesome. But then the second half just didn't, for me, bring anything else to the mix. A device happens midway through where it says the first rabbi. And it was like, why? Well, yeah, like, I got it. I got it with the first, like, it just sort of hammered. And it's interesting, too, because this movie had, let me say, too, love the Coen Brothers. Miller's Crossing is one of my favorite movies of all time, and all their others are, like, just underneath it. And I like about them exactly what you guys like. And I'd even say that, you know, filmmakers like Tim Burton, you feel like it could be advertised as from the mind of Tim Burton, you know?
Right.
And the Coen Brothers, it's not, you can't say from the mind of the Coen Brothers. It's like all their movies have their own mind, and you're exploring, like, it's not Tim Burton's world, it's not the Coen Brothers' world, it's like the world of Fargo, you know, the world of Miller's Crossing, the world of you know. And I found it remarkably similar to Burning After Reading, which I felt was sort of odd that they would want to make a movie like this. So because it felt so similar.
Oh, it didn't feel similar to me at all.
And then it's about something that was caused, created, and imploded all in the same, without anyone, you know, excuse me. And this movie had one of the best trailers of the year.
Yes.
And I felt like really, I felt like the trailer said everything very eloquently, that the movie takes a lot more time.
I don't know, dude.
It doesn't say anything other than, that's actually interesting.
I disagree with that.
It doesn't say anything other than the thing, because
I disagree. I felt like those, especially that structure you're talking about with the way each of the ideas that are expressed by those rabbis, or lack thereof, are expressed within the actions of the film too. It's sort of like these little things represent, you know, that change in perspective that the one guy is talking about, and it really landed on me in a very profound way. And
Interesting.
I got a lot out of the movie. And
Interesting.
That's
good. Somebody did.